Good evening, everybody. How are you? Tonight I'm going to talk about some things I came across on my phone. Here's 4 little sayings. The first is, act as if it were impossible to fail. Dorothea Brande. It's not the mountain we conquer, it's ourselves. Edmund Hillary. I dwell in possibility. Emily Dickinson. We must do that which we think we cannot. Eleanor Roosevelt. All of them are about the fact that we just need to do. We need to do, we need to believe, we need to conquer the fears and the problems in us that stop us from achieving what we want to do. And I was helping at the granddaughter school today, watching young children. And it's really interesting to watch young children learning new things and remembering things they've just been taught. It was amazing to see their little arms go up in the air when the teacher asked questions. And these kids dwelt in possibility. They actually dwelt in possibility. They didn't dwell in impossibility. They didn't dwell in the concept of failure. All their arms shot up in the air just like this. Yes, yes, pick me. I'll answer the question. Now, I'll be honest, not all of them could answer the question, but it didn't stop them putting their hand up, and it didn't stop them from having a go. And it made me think, when is it in life that we stop dwelling in possibility? When is it we get to that point where we think, oh, it's all impossible. I can't do it. It's too hard. When do we stop acting as if it's impossible to fail, as Dorothea says? When does that happen to us? It obviously happens sometime at school. But why does it happen? Why do we suddenly get this inability to think that we can continue doing anything we put our mind to? And Edmund Hillary was right. It's not the mountain we conquer. It's ourselves. Thank you, Naki. Yes, I've got my eye on you. I'm watching you. And you're watching me. So, how do you need to improve your sense of dwelling in the possible? Dwelling in that it's possible. Getting rid of that I can't do it. And just remembering anything we put our minds to we can achieve. Acting as if it's impossible to fail. And that's how these kids were. They were all so excited to get the teacher to ask them questions. And it was really interesting to see them taking the answer a previous person had given and building on it. And building on each of the other children's attempts to get the correct answer. And there was no, oh, I got it wrong. Oh, I'm going to stop putting my hands up. Those hands kept going up and up and up. And it was just so beautiful to watch. Because when we get to our 20s and our 30s and even our teenage years, as an ex-secondary school teacher, I remember asking questions and not a hand went up in the room. And you'd been talking about this stuff and not one hand went up. And yet you knew that they knew it. Was it, I don't want to be seen like I don't know. I don't want to be seen like I do know. And I don't want to be seen as being a goody-goody or perfect for the teacher. I don't know. But these little 5 and 6 year olds didn't have any of that. They wanted to prove they had information, they had knowledge, and they just kept putting those hands up. And that's what I want to instill in people. How do we get that back into our lives as adults? How do we get back that joy of learning, that joy of, I'm going to have a go, and you know what? If it's not the right answer, keep going. I remember there was the old saying, if at first you don't succeed, try again. You've got to do more than try. You've actually got to succeed. And that means getting back up and getting going again. And that's how you do succeed. You've just got to keep getting back up and not worrying. And fail, on their wall in their classroom, they have the word fail written down, and then first attempt in learning. That's what fail is. Apart from it being a lesson that's not how you do it, it's the first attempt in learning, not the second, third or fourth. And if we got everything, excuse me people, if we got everything right, we wouldn't get to experience so many other things. Now I've got a question here. Maybe you just have to experience, and that is the success. Absolutely, experience is part of the success, because each experience gives you something to go, that's not it, so I don't do it that way, so I do it a different way. And sometimes it's, oh, it got me part of the way, so I can build on that. So every attempt is a learning. Every attempt is going to get you closer to there. Every experience, you can learn something. And you can be rewarded even from those things that don't get you where you want to go. So I'd like you to think about what it is that you need to keep putting your hand up for, just like a little grade 1 child. Keep putting that hand up, getting the teacher to ask you the question. And if you don't get the answer right, you just bung that hand up in the air again and have another attempt. That's what we need to do as adults, and not get caught up in the, oh, poor pity me. And I know all about oh, poor pity me. I had years of oh, poor pity me after I had my injury. And it gets you nowhere. You've just got to keep on getting up. That's what I do every morning. I get on up and I do it again. And if you fall, which I've done, guess what? You get on up and you keep doing it. So if you want to jot down any thoughts you have about what it is that you need to keep putting your hand up for, what it is that you need to dwell in the land of possibility, and not worrying about the mountain to conquer, because it's you that have to conquer, and act as if it was impossible to fail. Thank you, Naki. So, jot some thoughts down. Check out my website, whylifecoaching.com.au, or check out my Facebook page or my Instagram. See you tomorrow night, guys. Bye.